Issues of the new voters register won't rest today. The NDC believes that the latest CPI shows President a failure in his fight against corruption. But the MPP says Ghana has maintained improved anti-corruption score. Joining us for discussions this morning, the Honorable Deputy Minister for Information, Pius Enam Hajide, National Communication Officer of the NDC, Sami Jemfi, the Honorable Member of Parliament for Kokrokoo and Board Chair, Kolebu Teaching Hospital, Dr. Bernard Okuboy. 0244-844-488 0244-844-488. Test line this morning 0244-844-488. Only test messages. And do that when China and Bisabi bar 0244-844-488. 0244-844-488. Text message on the fan pay. But this one, they only have Pius Enam Hajide here, so I'm in Konoho. Foga?
No.
A phone man.
My phone says hello, lucky on phone man.
Oh, my woman over time. But Marker.
And walk alone.
Okay.
No. Over the enemy grumpa.
So, say, yeah, Namuchi, and go for Namuchi.
Obedient.
But I make energy minister and Namuchi, and you. Me, my catcher, Papa Visa Medium Energy Minister.
Oh, there be an idea, sudden there.
Say, idea, if I say, voter, but we are very only so I hold you idea.
Holding Eka Ghana home at the home Eka Ghana.
The mobile yeah, power and reason book.
David. Yeah, on my back, pe mensi nyina ewo ho na no edaso Ghana ye japade ne yasase ye mampanyi na rodan kwakufado ena hwe ne nyina so centimeter bakukra emfre ho enti no obi anka na kuma entone yam na ya ensuro obetumi aba bedi hini ewo mikrom Ghana enko ba bia
western ho na
ejina ba bia ejina na
abamu ti sen
nyame adom ene Ghana for empire boni omodimbo enteno abamu eye papa ohwia adwuma pa ekoso no baby bebre aye kono chese aso Ghana for ni papa de bia me kama se me nka ne da se Kenan eye promise line krabehwe man nanka ye nyina ye ni daso no yedru ho ewie de bida na momunu obi obeka no kra bia ebeji atumu se ye free mfutro kwan na ye wom na ye woso eni Misrim na ye wom no ye free hɔ a yɛde yɛne ɛkyerɛ the promised land sɛ wohwɛ nhyehyɛeɛ a aban a yɛ mampanyin Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ɛde anim nhyehyɛeɛ ahodoɔ a yɛde go akwan mu sɛ ɛba yɛ sukuu kɔm a every JHS ɛkɔ secondary school na barrier kɛseɛ paa ɛyɛ sikasɛm ɛwɔ hɔ ɛma Ghana mabunu pii entumi antua wɔ mo sukuu so na ɛnɛ wiase abɛn so no wentumi ansua ande ankɔ w'anim a ɛkyerɛ sɛ na wo future no ɛba ne wie ya ne sa ɔhaw kɛseɛ no nyame adom Nana Addo ɛyi afiri hɔ ɛnɛ a yɛkɛsɛ yi afi ɛba ne wie ya no na Ghana mabunu bɛyɛ million 1.2 ɛna wɔn ɛwɔ suku a wɔn awofo antua sempua anasɛ tekumpo nanu no nka obi bɛkɔ suku a nka yɛbɛtɔn ebusua japadeɛ bi ebi a asase anasɛ yɛ maame mu bɛtɔ wɔn adaka mu ntoma bi ansana obi bɛtumi akɔ suku sa ɔhaw no yɛ yie firi hɔ ebi omu yapɔmuden ho asɛm wɔfa wobɛkaya ansana aban ɛbɛba no na yɛsan yɛkyi ɛkɔ yɛ dada na yɛ cash and carry no na nka yɛ kɔm ebiom obedu hospitals bebre a yɛsi wo yɛ krado sɛ wobetua wankasa wo de wo botom sika betua no be 2 santini wa ha na ɔmo a muso mu pɛsɛ mu use health insurance nkrata no na mo de yɛwie ɔmo a wɔma 2 santini na wia na yabɛn mu a enso abɛhwɛ mu nam sɛ kabubruja enana emene health insurance no nyame adom Nana Addo baayɛ no saka ne nyina yetua ne nyina a enne no nkakra health insurance no ɛfa ne ntuma pa ɛfra wobɛkae Nana yɛ time a JA Kufo ne MPP aban di health insurance baayɛ a fufi antoanta NDC4 baayɛ no edo baabi no ukɔyɛ renewal na sɛ registration po a na okay say na amanfo to me da national health offices say omo per renewals obeda ho na sɛ obesori ahomachi pa na wakosa office no ebia wodu ho a bebi bebre ntɔkwa esi wo ho no nam sɛ obi pɛsɛ wo renew ni health insurance grata no nye enya de ketwa enne abɛfo kwan aban a wadwene kɛseɛ enti no yɛdi abɛfo ɛna yɛ renewals no oti wo dem oti wo fie oti wo studio oti wo office na ufa wo telephone ya obetumi a renew wo health insurance krata no abra wo mfa sa o haw no emu enti no nkakra no ahotɔ na yɛ promise Ghana fo sɛ ɛbɛba no kakra maybe atwemu obɛkae a na nka by this time na tututututu manim ho na mo generator kɛseɛ no na Kwame Despite sikana nka yɛde bɛtua Christmas bonus any allowances nkete a menuano mu Isaac mu ne Nana Yamu eso betumi ahwemi sɛ du bronya na yɛdi allowances ni etua fuel
manti de okan fifi no yo so
me ka sɛ maybe atwem no sɛ bonya atwem no eno no otumi frɛ me but maybe atwem flash crab on me nam sɛ allowances yanka bɛba a wo benya bi e de aye wo hawfa no ye de allowances ni nya atɔ fuel ene dum so eni hobium ti no enyantie sɛ bronya yi so owura Roma ye papa Despite ye danasi papa ekoyie nti mitumi nya flashes ni calls ni bi every madam fofo ni bi a omo ofia no enchen ni nyina ye kyerɛ sɛ aban no modi a ɔbɔ no emfaso no ɛka ye nyina ɛwɔ kwan bi so pɛn nti no ye bɛsrɛ sɛ ye bɛtai aban n'akyi na mpaibɔ na ye dia tai aban n'akyi na yama aban no kakra na nukura wo hono se ye baye no ohaw na ye betu ye amuna na eda hono amuna no esu yie enti no we had to spend the first few years no say ohaw no ye besiesie sisi ade ye wie Ushe ya kwan asem nana ya kwan asem ya de ha Ghana for ye papa ye ba ye kai ye betu ye nanu me ba ye me be kan ye me see nana ushe omo do kwan no ho kwan chen ho no omo do sa enra na wo ho no any road sector works in kitin bi omo ye SMEs me see ye ba ye no every by year 2014 nipa ye juma a wo certificates 2014 na yentua obia over 18,000 certificates and na many wuka say obi ka o enye nana do dan kwakufa do abemu asem na make o eye ka ye betu ye 18 certificates of different sums of money so ye tue ni nyina me see contractor those days ya obeti say oh contractor force omo piketi ewo Rose Ministry ho yentu omuka obise mu a contract ni bi every 2012 and na mini wuka say oye contractor na aban no e de wuka 5 million and less na yentu awa pacho mayasunti because nhihye ne kire say contractor bia aban de nika every nanu de you aban dada na penso 2012 you say den say wo kano less than 5 million Ghana cedis ya aban no atua obi biara omo de esun kakra no so no ye tue bi nhihye ewa akwan mu a na ye tua ni aka nan kakra enti no wofa ubisa idea kakra ya mani a medi free aban na kache edi abrew eye nchia medi breye nyina no enie ye hia se ye beta ye chi na se na ukobe bia Ghana fo nyina kan se one good terms deserves another and yensan emfama 4 more for nana to do more no eno na clarion call no enra me ko ye inauguration of assemblies ni bi ewo ye mampanyin ediemu na feedback a me di buy nyina e kire se ba bia me ko ye bia no amanfo agia to mu se aban de mu bom mu homoden na ye be ma mu mre kakra enti 4 more for nana to do more over
but ni nyina chi so ye se corruption mu homoden
o debi yen kan sa na corruption asemi me dem feel say asemi hia pa hia say was say
asana about to corruption there so my kai tie for say 0244844488 0244844488 and on Tesla ya dey adwuma no pe wa adwenkyara na asemi sabi a 0244844488 bacho wait me atwas
yo nana me da say na me die me feel say corruption no ya dia edi Ghana memu ni nyina enya enti ye examine bi wo ho aye beka yen yi politics kura enframe na nokura wo ho no na yen kanesa minim su se ebinum be ba sisi ya no omo be tie free omo be tie si free na ba bi omo nam kura no de odwene ho kura wonti ase but media na nka me pese yen fanye adesua bi na yenti enuoma bi ase ewo mu se enra
edu so no de enfanya adesua
pacho se
edu so no de enfanya adesua
da bi ni ame ba be ka no na me chese yemfanya adesua na yenhu no kura wo mu
okay
na yenhu ekwan e betumi afa so na ye deal with a issue ewo mu se emi se enra na se enra echi a na Transparency International release 2019 CPI Corruption Perception Index report na yedi hu komo but wofa no kra wo mu ni se CPI no enye no nkwa na yadwuma Transparency International eyo wo mu share CPI ase somewhere in the early 90s. Now we must be able to differentiate between corruption, perceptive, and I say perceptional phenomena. Any corruption a empirical na say real phenomenon enunti na Transparency International for Asia Omajumesi. A lot of people have critiqued it. Nkrofo bebre akoko dam for academics across the whole world you can want some say perception asemi die akoye eye busumeka kasa obia betumi asori na watu mfutu egumu na se wo opposition a wo mu no anase wo nkrofo bi wo woman mu a wo mu mpam man ni yie na mo pese wo mo ma oman mu no nyina enya dimboni a wo mu betumi aye dede achantro aye fabrications egu system no mu saa ni nyina no the corruption perception index will capture it. Entinu na nkrofo feel say mpo eye kwan bi a yetumi faso a yetumi gu ememu bebre titru Africa man yetumi gu yanimo ase. Sometimes no eye deliberate. Entinu the argument say ade no eye only perceptive no yenye hu eye ndi hu komo na yenye hu bibi. Onim ne efremu baaye. The Transparency International learnt lessons and afenu minua they moved from another in addition to the CPI no womudi empirical corruption index bisu aba bontin enunu enye perceptive enunu eye empirical enunu ye frenu the global corruption barometer entinu media me feel say ye kan ye kan nyina no na anka yemfa the real corruption no yemfa to the perceived corruption hu na hu no kra wom pacho o follow me argument me entinu ye bahana ye kana enye sebi perception nkuan nebeka na meba perception ho na me indicate enema ba kumienu bi aiwo perception no aside ho na mumu se uhwe barometer nankasa enu no eye real anase adia nipa femu adia experienced and lived corruption nankasa Transparency International nankasa eye na there are some striking figures biso I wa ha e wo se efaye man ho a e wo se no so yetumi edi ehu enkomo ebini ni se ye insiseye se ye bisa Ghana for se nipa dodo, and this one is for 2019. Omubisa say nipa dodo ben energy say corruption are increasing over the last 12 months. Nana yaw Ghana for 33% per. This is the real corruption and your perception. I am talking the barometer. Enunu empirical corruption because like I tried to explain to you before, no, TI4 Eddie CPI no buy no. After criticisms and engagements, no, omudi barometer global corruption barometer no buy. Ghana hano in 2019 nipa 33% energy dise corruption are increasing. Omo san bisa say entinu of public service users omo ayetua ademudie anase bribe nyesa na ka no sir edima public users no again the answer was 33. Ye bisa say Ghana for no sisia no akwanya abeda ho se mu ankasa mo betumi aye bibi afa corruption hu. 60% of the people of Ghana think that the ordinary Ghanaian citizens can make a difference in the fight against corruption. Ye bisa say entinu mu feel say aban no emboni humodin that the government is doing a bad job tracking and fighting corruption no. Ohamu nchichemu 30 pacho nana ya kan say 30%.
Ohanchemu aduasa.
Ohamu nchichemu aduasa. Ena womu feel say aban no emboni humodin. This is the barometer. This is not the perception. This is the reality. Near kosu ewo femwa Transparency International measure ena medical we. Na me pese meye bibi a normally no meantime. Yes me di barometer na real corruption life wa Ghana for femu enye perception de no enye busumrika kasa de no the real one no me di enu betutu 2019 de no me di tutu 2015 de no. I want to dramatize and illustrate to the people of Ghana say aban ya etia konya so se no aban no boni humodin se ban se ye kuntia katasise proye kankan e wo ye man mu a figures no e wa ha baku ye reti ya krama ye bisa the institutions ya Ghana fokra egidi pan se wo mu ye corrupt no ye reti from the president, members of parliament, government officials, local government officials, police, judges and magistrates, religious leaders. Ni nyina ye bisa Ghana for ye bisa say percentage who think that most or all of the people in these institutions are corrupt. Na ye mishasiye every omampenyi na nkasa na suya ye. You see Ghana for no, this is the barometer. Enye perception na me kana sem no. Ghana for in 2015 ye mampenyi dada Mr. John Dramani Mahama etia kunwa su no ye president no. Ghana for say real experience of corruption in say 47% ewo gidi say corruption no anase enim say corruption no ewo omampenyi na so ye odi ba 2019 na 27%. Nana me see this is the barometer, this is the empirical corruption, not the perceived corruption, not the busumika bosremuka corruption. Se ubebaha na wabe trantro ede tu unuesu anase na wabe ye allegation tra na wako debi 27% for Nana Akufo-Addo enumponu enyanso ye ni pisa ye di hwadwuma se ebeba fema ba zero. Nana do de no 27 no na ye mampenyi dada de John Mahama 47. Members of Parliament 2019 MPP for any dosun ewo Parliament Ghana for see ni omunim ni say corruption 32%. 2015 NDC for any dosun ewo Parliament Ghana for see womunim say 48% ena corrupt ewo Parliament. Yetumi tuaso ahimfo nyina abemu, business executives abemu, NGOs, religious leaders, police, local government officials ni nyina ewo ha. This is the barometer. Ye bisa se anyanya bia no aban no juma se obetu katasise ni proye esi ebetu asie every year memwa. Is the government doing a good or bad job of fighting corruption? 2015, Ghana for 25%. NSE, the government is doing a good job. 2019, Ghana for 60%. 60%. NK say, Abainu eboni humoding. 2017, Ghana for 71%. And see the Abainu Mboni Humoding or Mampeninda da Mr. Mahama Penso 71% of Ghana for SC Mboni Humoding. 2019, Ghana for 30% SC Yensu Yemboy Humoding. Yes, say Kakrana wo hokrano yenya addition P free moi. Nkakan kakra ye din hihye eba sa 30% no so esu beti ebeko 0% because ye pese Ghana fo nyina endru ba bia omo begia to mo se ampa aban ebo ne humoden na menua mesi aban no ebo ne humoden a na me di ba masem bi so se bi enye se ye ba betina radio su anase TV su na ye dwayanum akansem akese aye allegations etu nipa so o asemesi o ye kronfo asemesi o ye wi enye nu ene ye modimbo aban wasede kese bakupa ne se wofa sikani akande a ye di be ma omu a omu kutia katasise ni proye no wodi be ma womu enu nti na Ghana for ehun ya omutumi score say as high as over 70% say ye boy ye humodin mami ma example ba ku mienu bi uko parliament ya machebedwefie ne wo oversight of the executive wo mu MPs no and checking president checking ministers. And to be able to fight corruption now, one of the critical things you have to do is say ubema parliament no ube so masini amma womu the capacity to be able to do their job. 2013 NDC for pencil sika yetwa edisi hodima parliament over 109 million cedis. Yetumika ako 2016 sika yetwa edima parliament 255 million. Nanado ba ye ni first year woma parliament 308 million and over. Se munjina mumfe ni majuma na mumfa checking me eni mpam for. Sa kwanu ene yefa so etu corruption ase. Se parliament womu ni sika omu be ye committee meetings akoye nhwehwemu ahu atumi anya research ahwe ne ekwa the oversight job of parliament rebetosin ne tosin so a embua ye a fight against corruption. 2020 allocation nanado wa allocate 395 million for tutu nanu die hu a 109 and I say 250 395 million Ghana cedis say parliament munji na mumfendi majuma so ye ni saa and the parliament ebetumi anya resources no na odi di djuma esefata se e wo se omudi audit service ene uko baby awe oh you see Mr. Domelevu masa onim ne entra 2014 aban no sika otwade ma audit service 119 million and over. 2015 125 million and over. 2016 140 million. Marginal increases on kitin and edisi so na nipa no oni sika odi be to fuel edi share cam odi do edi 2 cam a obeye de akwa
odi gu
cam a kafra obeye de akoye audit se oni ka e wona so ye ho a na se wo a wo be ba be audit me na me fa mi ka abe fawo ukwa lunch kura mi a wo ba be audit me na me to lunch ama audit ben pa na obetumi aye. 2017 another buy first year 186 million. Second year and over second year 278 million and over. 2020 aye womi 2020 aye womi 395 million na yetwa edisi hose audit service omunfadi omedwuma. So no wonder and then uko bebia oh yes auditor general no afede ye hu na dwuma wo ye na dwuma okasa o yes na enye sebi o afe na omo ye dwuma wo audit service o enye se afe na omo hu omedwuma na se enye se afe na omani abio. The difference is that afe na akande no ye di ma wo mu se omo fede dwuma. This is how to fight corruption. Ye ken judicial service wofa ye ken ye bo kweduo sisi ase sebio we di boni bi corruption dream katasise proye bia ye free sa sebi bejimi bre politics na nka ye si ye bo kweduo pe na nka ye mfa unsie ko gallows na ye bo wetuenku no. Ghana for chose by adopting the 1992 constitution say sisi ye bo bi kweduo a ye mfa nipa no enko court nti court na ewo mi se omubedi asem no na se yama facilitation yama support yama allocation yama sika judicial service court no mbe de adwuma. 2016 ansana Ura Mahama ebefri akonwa so NDC for Emma 193 million cedis pe enomudi ma the judicial service 2020 ye kasei 356 million entinu ye bie new courts cases ye work court wa nanka ebedi beye 1 year nam se sisi ano sikawo ho aye bie court aye fa nipa foforo adwuma mu ye bie entinu now we are able to move cases forward faster. Court in the judicial service critical anti-graft agency no omutumi edi omedwuma ebiom aban no na sedia ba kono ni se impo obi betwa antro etu obi so mpo anase ye allegation bia ye de nam se we are not ebia magicians anase ye mpen kataso momaso ntino the president ni attitude ni se ye nyenhwehwemu na wofa no kre ba ko e wo ho ni se ye wo omampanyin bi a emfa ho be a wo ben no ye bo wudimpe sometimes the most flimsy allegations wo dwene ho kwa wonti ase omampanyin se ye nyenhwehwemu ebia onu no osi ebia na bibi se ekire enti ye nyenhwehwemu ya yenhwehwemu bebre ne ba ye no ekire se dodo na eye bosremeka kasa eye ntwatoso entenu abaina kire se as far as ye concern no ya famudie wo se ye no ye boye humodin ye enu so bi kasa na enu so nkire se ye si ye wie we have arrived there be da ye nka ne sa ye nim se adwuma kakra bi ewo ye nim uko DVL sisia uko portwa uko passport office ya ye boy humodin say sa human factor na ewo ho a agi uko tua sika di ma obi ansa obetumi anya wo passport no agi obe yusu goro boy bi ansa obetumi anya wo DVL no driver's license no anase ube kwa konya nipa beye 16 signature ansa obetumi clear niama no. We are digitizing the processes until paperless aba portro enenu adenu efa abefu computer iswa ehu hia se woni nipa bekasa obekase fa bibi bremi ansa until aban no ebo ne homoden se obeye but ni nyina enkemfu ano. I want to remind and make the point to say there is and we must be prepared and able to differentiate between corruption as a perceptive phenomenon and corruption as an empirical phenomenon. And nuntina Transparency International nankasano almost started CPI no in the early 1990s no in the early 20s no so no wamudi global corruption barometer enu measure empirical corruption no ebaye enti ye din komo na emayen adwene enko perception no ensudodo bebre twon bebre too much me nkran kakra bia befam nam se menua okoboy awra studio nintino me nkran no eya bakaka kakra na me wia minim se second round beba even as it is no second round no I will deal with the perception index no and I will illustrate to you nanaya say even abanda dana penso crampo no even the so-called perception krano na ye kofem ye free 48 yatiaba ene ye jine yasom nkakanka krano we are climbing back enteno enu crampo no even though it is perceptive, even though it is not empirical, even though ye bosremika kasa ena ye kamfua ena di ye CPI na largely nsuno abainu. Even on that score, we have proven say we are doing even better than past regimes.
Mate, Pius enam hajide so afọ abedi echira ohwe amanebo ensem so onna motene nkase sia no. Because say Dr. Bernardo Koboy enso so ababeka yensa ewa. Dr. Kolebu. Dr. Lekmarud. Doc. Machi.
That's saying.
Oh, Yami Adomboko. Now saying.
Na first of all, I mean chow tea for na min da one na say they be a omutie program yi a omu support here. Na ye ba no pay opposition for no ye hu obi a o.
Ombeba.
Na time me wo opposition enya brabo a na me di bobra ni o.
Na say wo boni ye o be di aban inti
time me wo opposition e be 5 na me free producer 7 nyina mo ti sen. E be 6 na ma ka job say Masimo 7 na me tira ha. Na obi a o hwe to me a wajai Kokrokoo a na wa bontin say okoye agitation no chese strategy na chia.
So
na before crowd start here discussion person min kai won nyina say sebi a foot was a one year nipa ho a was on share dey see enra just 2015 we had our say but the EC had his word his way enti sebi o enche 20 years ago meanwhile I'll move from agitation mode to preparation mode nana nipa de odure bia na odu ho akasa say e bia na ma akọ no April 18th no eno na lejo kuku ma start dey hihye niama say ma catch obi a say mo mbo modin na mo start hihye mo ho na ye kwa register eno bro for no preparation na o your position na on kan crofo say ye kwa register na on ma bontia time no be dru kra wan hwa no mo to kwan na be to kwan e be boa Dr. Koboy eni ni aban itina anopay eno ni nchia minimum
na last week my me good news me catch a platform at for no so mada was into ombehe wanim
yes nana
South February
nana afi we entuma na eri wini power entina me won say obi free say register na be man power na no ye me nana o petumi a o ye adwuma anopa ewiane enumre what does here now me anye sebi na kopa do ma ba wa power kra me say na adwuma me do ba be adwuma na wa opposition nana enti na wasi afi we de me no na nam
mate
because me say me no na tia de be free ma ba
me anso me penisa
na corruption nana me senior brother Pius o hwe ni kasa wa maya ti ase say aban we aban bo no modin say obeboa institutions a omo kan wa obeboa ma corruption na yen kata hihye na akofom nana fachemi but makache madam for bida say be din say obehu elephants osunu bebre a jata na edi omo anim majo what I say the leader is an example of the followers or is the nature to say omo say bi ohwe omo so ebe din say obehu jamwana nipa odi omo anim bia kangaroo jamwana edi jamwana anim na jata na edi jata anim so nana corruption yen kai say enye corruption ehwe say omo di aban nanim bia politicians both NDC and NPP omo so ban ti say reporter kai Ghana nyina say na abrabo na ti wa say bi ushia police ni a kwambe tu na ofa so a de o say o hwe no inside den aka ukọ court ushia court clerk procedure no kosen say bi o ji say why bibi anase bibi akokama say bi o upe store kra wo makola ushia officials omo no mo hwe assembly so a ni amakosen ukọ sorry na upe elder dia say bi o ye hwe usuban ema wanya elder ana ejina adwuma wo yeso mfajo ukọ amia kwan ti sen enti more or less no reporter ehwe ye nyina asoman no se na ye eniama na report no ba na see yambomodin ti say aman bi aka o say nyina ye nsori waka ma wo jom out to ade no me nkohwe ade ni ti so mo wo so no pe na sebi omo ye katasheni pro na me Dr. Koboy ade ba kwa me kan de bia ni say ya obibi a ye fe no opportunity cost for corruption. Piles. Anytime there's a corrupt activity, anytime obibi bibia ono nya mfaso bia anka ose mba o man no nso no there is an opportunity cost to it. And my example, if you hear stadium obi anka say bia stadium here and I hospital ewo one of the regions na ya create no na anka ebia $100 million betimi asi hospital ebe ma functions yehwehwe no na the same $100 million project no say bi offer kwan bi so as oman ana officials na odi 300 million ekosia there is an opportunity cost of $200 million. The actually say project is a kwan nsio ebia other interventions ebia they say road markings and now foot bridges and nyina be cost ebia $200 million because of katashishe krono na call hospital no what deny nkrofo no sa projects nyina eno so the opportunity cost for that $200 million corruption in the hospital is the foot bridge, the clean water and the market. Nana mpato what I say enti ekatasheni proye no eyade ade bia esi no e deny omo ya yeti omo of other benefits. Na me kai Dr. Bawumia's speech be very powerful answer na here about the cost of corruption. Or can be me refida. Or see between President Kufuor's time 2001 to 2009 and General Okono, the average cost for 1 kilometer of asphaltic road was $480,000. Unse city the ebia value need to be sent. Who used to see the worker say, oh, you are comparing apples to oranges. But dollar no, at least if it's dollar terms, 2008 and even 2016, you should know say the difference will not be too much. But from 2012 up to 2016, the average cost of one asphaltic road was about $1.2 million. Now, the upper chair will say, anytime you get 1 kilometer of asphalt under President John Dramani Mahama regime, close to $500,000 has been denied you. Now, what I say? So, Unya road, but all the road there, Bano, you're proud because something is happening behind the road project. Now, me can't be say your perception of corruption and real corruption. Emu biara no, bibi o say your bibi. But one thing I be then say nana, we are buying now corruption no, we no from petty corruption to individual corruption to organized or state corruption. It has a way of showing in the lives of your people. Nana, perception there, you can say, oh, yes, they say there, chrono kosu or John Wemu. But obi aye na ejuma chrono kosu o Ghana o obi aye na ejuma but there were levels of chrono bi uya nkofo ejuma eto nsi. And I'll give you an example. Time ana ye experience doom so kroma no na enye say na ye ni machine se be generate power na even to pay for gas and fuel na ye problem enti ukotia we me 50 million Ghana cedis scar on this area. It is money that could afford your plant for 1 year. No, what I say. So it gets to a point because of the corruption, lives get affected. Now, and then I make say, oh, Jessica, and you justify that. A channel wage bill no need scout be count and to make us what freezy employment. So there is a way your corrupt acts will start reflecting in hardship for your people. Now, and we do some persona and your perception anymore. The people are angry. They are in the mode to eject you and let you come out. Nah. Sebio Dr. Kobo Mijitum say na me kan no o my we mu ya me ma hu da nyese mate ma hu elder wo asori mu a ya yi na free o mo gi offering no because e gi offering o gi bi kofi nana mo asori o wo Ghana ha and it's not one report. I know at least 3 different reports are 3 different churches e wo kroma apam obi afri o mo gi ehwe skaso because ye yes can already o yi bi free mu. The point I'm trying to make is say even in our church in this country in cut to the extent of trying to steal money. What it means is that we as a people for minor say we have people who are prone to wanting to what make gains quickly. Now if a sorry mutimisia me the first time me MPP no me primi who I catch them say oh ya who say ebi and papa could be corrupt or me so enti see that anya abofo na me dey ejuma wa MPP and anya abofo na we NDC but they hear say yet is corruption here sebio because buapaye wo a nipa tim yesum no ma yen fa nye ejuma prekope because obi aka yen hwehwe mu na yen finding out na yen establish yen manipa no kwan. That's why the courts SRAJ and those institutions wo nana me Dr. Koboy ultimate proving na court say na we media na we media no it move from aggregation to building a case to hearing in the court to passing judgment nana and na o kasana say ebia me who's an American okoye NDC ni but okoye CPPO MPPO once oye citizen all your minor fan kwan so ayesika kono me use party colors and fanka and defending no way enti na me hwe me huye ya nyina na me ka me refida President Kufado your opposition o ka che say who can the team no ho now quick money nti na oba or advise you say go into private business and private sector na private sector. The motivation, if you study economics, is profits. I didn't just say you cut corners, but genuinely, what makes you improve your efficiency, what makes you bring innovation, technology. The amount yes, I say you want your margins to be good, but if you are in public service, it's not about margins; it's about welfare and service. Now, teacher no say. There is more room for improvement from class 1 to class 6. Anytime measure me report, Nana man yakra 79. Nanso mami we betro say there is more room for improvement. So min tran kase sebio aban we dey ya say osura bofo ye sebio corruption there Afri Ghana. In fact, oko Germany cry almost scoring maybe good and better compared to other countries. Iowa Africa. And there are reported cases of real corruption. But one of the former chairman for Bayern Munich, Jelino, I think he's been serving the term a German, because of tax evasion or the scabby call another European country in Germany. Sebio overshare scoring ebi number 3 and number 2 as the best and ebi Ghana ebi 30 and 40. But my point is that nipa number 1 and 2 can corruption etimisi wo entina corruption dey for chemi I say obi owo sicheyare aye control sugar no. There is no way obetimi ma diabetes na ko, but you want to keep the sugar as low as what possible. Na on my way mu no sebio mepacho obi kasa obi a corrupt yen kai say kasa de cheap, but yen take efforts na yen prove and nyankopon na meda na si ya kakra owe busuafo yen nwa sibit say sebio edini fa mrakwan so emene wako efiase point am yen say onu de enu de atra perception ye de akokot ne lawyers akasama no ya hwen krata mu ama ya hu say dem ankoyi na no finance committee in parliament o share reports I buy yenim niama cost in the banking sector o hwe niama omo ko auditors no sebi omo banks no kwa niama omo directors ne G2 mu so omo di nkofo sika ekoto dan ni niama omo recording na afedo omo ajato so omo di dan be back niama kese ekoso ana ehadwen sa niama ni nyina me dan yakopon asise yehu ye no ya start edi omo court na yen kai aso man say uku etia corruption na uko wedim kodru court a unsati mi kura kasika e mo man for na we o medan no yakopon dom ye to we aska no e ban foto no mu say me nya kakra na street lights kra in the whole the whole of Accra na the whole of any problem I can is can be enti I'm going to say that it be fix some problems. The point I'm making is that if we dedicate here to fighting corruption, there are real benefits. Now, the main person may NDC time no almost score corruption from 4.2 and I'm call 4.8 and I score 4.8 but the real point is say Sebio upo be at fighting against corruption. Uko fa President John Dramani Mahama I say oyari awanya doctor ombo modino obe proud Dr. Koboy Nana Akufo-Addo doctor o the mind share say on tit in kakaka our condition will get better. We can work hard at making further progress in corruption. Now me pedie pious sky you know. Now me read the global corruption barometer. Nana nipa de ko enim omo ahun say perception on corruption no yet me can't do you na akọ affect perception enti say I get another index I measure real corruption. Now me read one paragraph you mu kan very powerful. See in terms of corruption, this 2019 global corruption barometer, in terms of corruption by institution, most Ghanaians accordingly felt Mahama and his appointees were very, very corrupt. Indeed, the index on corruption by institution reveals that the presidency scored 47% in terms of corruption, and government officials scored 53%. Were the most corrupt in the country on a scale of 0 to 100. Onya 100 here, chese corruption no, dia o mojemu enyo hunampe. But onya 0, chese no bibia. Presidency in 47 under President John Dramani Mahama, and government official in 53. However, in 2019, only 27% of Ghanaians feel that or felt that the presidency is a corrupt institution, while just 35% feel that government officials are corrupt. Nana, Sebi o Sebi, Dr. Kobo Minyanka, yenya 0%. Enti, who compare any Abana Achemuna, ana ye senior brother, ana ye papa President John Dramani Mahama, who say, Sebi o say, as of mine, yakoye nim kakra. Na, Obibeka say, doctor, na 27, you know. I don't know 1%, and now 0. Then just how body we will work towards that place. Now, on the index of bribery rates, this government does far better. In 2015, 58% of the police were deemed to be taking bribes. However, in 2019, only 34% were deemed to be doing so. Bribes were rampant, even in the sensitive public clinics. Nana, where do you and health centers in 2015, 70%. Nana, doctors cry waka. Any nurses. Well, by 2019, it had declined to 12%. Nana, Osha doctors in nurses are about 12%. 18, Nana, my age, Ghana service post ni bebre. Sebio sometimes. What you mean? Shia ebi a health worker open kwan bi so a what this kind approved. 18, Nana, send a me kano. I saw you cry a chi elder. Wafaska enti aso man no ye won kofo mo ti sa wo yemu na mi wa ahon
e wa
arehemu se ye gitum se ya de e wo se ye nkunti a ye be bomodi akoyenim na se wo be hwe wanim unchen akofa jm se bi obebo corruption dia wan hwa na for the explorer na bebre na akoha adwin
Dr. Bernard Okoboy na yete ne nka no 0244844488 abusuafo ma menka se efri nra nyina no ye ne Dr. Bernard Okoboy akasa onimsa anopei oba Kokrokoo owaha Pius anam hagide ye ne kasai onimse oba Kokrokoo anopei owaha Sami Jemfi National Communication Officer ma NDC ye ne nakasa onimse oba Kokrokoo onyamai intimunte samenka nenye bwapayo sana etie. Good morning, Cardinal. Corruption at the various state and private institutions are alarming. Hence, I will urge the government to work seriously to reduce the perception index in the country. Ghana deserves better. Alfred Kessie, Edwefri Kumase, Enode, Ebaya, Tony Ose Asari, Tony B, Ewo Adenta. I said, Nana Yakasi, tell Dr. Okoboy to stop advising the NDC. They should keep on attacking the EC without going to campaign. December will come soon. Good morning, Dr. Bernard Okoboy. Setting the record straight. Good morning, Nana Yakasi. Yesterday, when you were discussing the issue of honoring our heroes while they are alive, Mr. Callista's name came up. From one of your panelists, Neil Antivanjapo stated that Callistus was the first black to head Volta River Authority. Callistus, who I respect so much, was actually the third. The first black CEO was Mr. E.L. Cote, followed by Mr. Louis Castle-Hayford. Have a very nice day. Okay, thank you, Lokodo in Akosombo. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ehuni nyinada inti musomo de baseya na ehun se ampa issue ayeye musumutie ne ene mu nyina na eye ye do ase papa Lokodo. Nana, we pay cash for marriage, pay cash for house, cash for effective credit. Nothing is free in this world. Nana or Surewia in Buri. This one says, Dr. Baumia made a statement that in the first 2 years of their tenure of office, the northern part of Ghana will have a clean water to drink. Please ask the MPP defendants for me. What is the current situation in the northern region? Nanado said he will make Accra the cleanest city in West Africa. What has happened? Ato Kwamina Edu and I also we say by Kaku Maulin and the says Cardinal, I beg, please tell Deputy Minister that Ghanaians are saying that, in fact, my Deputy Minister has been ambushed this morning. And from what I am seeing, I'm not sure he will ever listen to me. He won't concentrate until whatever has taken his attention leaves. Kadna, I beg, please, tell Deputy Minister that Ghanaians are saying that one terrible term like Ronaldo's deserve a red card. On corruption, it is clear. JM and NDC's worst record, 43%, is better than Ronaldo's 41. That is F in an exam. Sadly, too, U.S. News, a reputable media house of 87 years standing, has today rated Ghana as third most corrupt country in the world. Corruption mu bronze medal penny. Sad for Ghana. Kokuma uli na ne egbe. I don't know the and good morning, Nana Akase, please. Greet my admirer, Dr. Bernard Okoboy, for me. One of the finest brains and a good communicator we have in the MPP. God bless Dr. Bernard Okoboy. Mame Juma Ewo Takora De. Kadna, I decided not to vote, but for the irresponsible war drumming of one of the political parties, I have rescinded that decision and I am going to vote. NPP is better evil. We Abella and I say or the ifi ashalbutri buy. It pains me a lot to be told that in spite of increased efforts of government in fighting corruption, the so-called perception index indicates otherwise. No, the perception index cannot be a good and reliable reflection of the reality. Nana Osain Ketia and now or the way saying. Eba Musa Abatu in Kumasi now. Corruption Perception Index report clearly tells you that President Akufo-Addo's administration has institutionalized corruption. Ghana attained worst score in the history of this country. If you have a president turning himself into a clearing agent, hence clearing any corrupt issue that happens under his watch, what else do you expect to see? Donko Fuseni Ewo Drobonso and was say, so what at all will happen to Madam Jane Mensah and Dr. Bosman if they drop this bad and chaotic idea of new register? Donko Fuseni. So, what will happen to Donko Fuseni if you address the EC and not Jane Mensah and Dr. Bosman Asare? Nana, I can say the card now. Fighting is collective effort. A country where majority are money conscious, it won't be easy fighting corruption. We need attitudinal change. Kofi Nyakon say, Edway Efri Holland, and or the Ebaye. Walanyo Inakwetia says, NDC should not suspend their demonstrations. They should use their resources to demonstrate throughout the year, so they become cash trap. When the registration starts, they cannot bus their people to the registration centers to go and register any longer. Concerned citizens of Ghana will honor the date set by EC and go and register. Okay. No. Frederick Kuma Ewase Kropon Kadna. Measuring corruption by perception is a bit problematic. But whichever way it is measured, this government is doing far better in fighting the canker than the previous corrupt Mohammed government. Hey, Frederick Kuma, who opposition one can say you. Na de oba bem de o say nsanye ho. Kwesi Reynolds aguna dobin Kadna. The sad reality is that in Africa, corruption permeates every facet of our national life. We tend to blame government, but honestly, corruption has just dropped all of us. The government is doing his best. Let us support the government to do more for us. My regards to Honorable Enam Pius Hajide and Dr. Okoboy, Kwesi Reynolds aguna all lobbying. Nana Akese, I recommend Deputy Minister for his great submission. He has demonstrated a high level of intelligence. Alan Cash, Anaji Estate, Takora De. Such the Salisu Edifree Power in OT region. He says, what a statesmanship exhibited by the hardworking, indefatigable President Akufo-Addo could use to UK investment opportunities. God richly bless him. This one says, my name is Mr. Lincoln in Akwetima. So Honorable Pius Hajide doesn't feel ashamed talking about corruption. Pius, what are you trying to tell us? He should tell us what happened in the Australia visa he supervised as a deputy minister. Pius, Cardinal, perception corruption index is not emphatically validated, but rather a mere perception ideas and allegations that NDC in 3 years succeeded in tagging His Excellency. But I blame the corrupt appointees who came to power to steal. Kwadwo Dupako in Achim Esioso. Supaya Ofori Edifrim Poho. Good morning, Nana Akasi. According to the CDD report in 2019, Ghana lost 9.6 billion on corruption. Okay. This one, Osankide in Taifa says, Ghanaians know, and we now know the difference between President Akufo-Addo and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Everything points out to the fact that Ghana is really working hard. Again, under the leadership of President Akufo-Addo, the Nana-Addo able-led government has brought restoration of the teacher and nursing trainee allowance, senior high school free, one district, one factory, and all other ones. My regards to Honorable Sarah Ajwa Safo. JB in Nsawam says, Kadna, NDC reps refusal to show up on your show this morning, and you are surprised. Please don't be surprised, because the NDC, know that they have nothing more to say. Corruption there, and one NDC. I rest my case and says, regards to lawyer JD and Sawama Dwajiri constituency, MPP PC MP hopeful NS Yaukumi of Akwetia. Ay, Omasha Sieno no. Omasha Sieno no. I mean, come you pet nothing mean call me penny for and sorry so nano pay. This one says, Cardinal, I don't believe this. When did NDC as a party start believing in Afro barometer, Imani, Ghana, etc.? They were branding them MPP. So what has changed now? Good morning, Anaya Okesi. Okay, all right, okay. My name is Ochley. Please tell Honorable Hajide that NHIS is not working at Kasua Government Hospital, so he should take note of that. Aguero in Banda inside Hacho, way too long for my liking. Please come again. Good morning, I can say I am Dominic Elias, Sir Vegas, inside Sevulio Krum, Bia West. Please tell the AC boss that Ghana is older than her, so and all her so-called political parties, so they should consider the life of we the citizen, whether new or old. They should see to it that the country is safe even after the election. Thank you. Greetings to all my newly posted trainees in Western North. Or say a friend or Sir Vegas, ena odi efri sefi Eliokrum ede ebaye. Pius enam hajide ewa ha say Dr. Bernard Okoboy ewa ha. Yeguso e twen say Sami Jemfi or National Communication Officer ema NDC ebeba be kan ye ho. O ma ye die na ye ko ye nim ya to aso a eno no. Pius
me over.
Voters register and matters arising in the next 7 minutes.
Yo me over me da say na voters register idea me de me ni bebre kan, because me be the candidate to just say me wo obuo mapa edima Ghana institutions of state yeti ha na America mampenyimbi eba yemma say let us develop strong institutions. Na say be develop strong institutions here. Kwamba kwa ufa so ne say ujai institutions no na womaye womadwuma. Say umpo ufu say womu etiamra e wo kwan bi so a ye di institution fufuro bi su esi ho eye court. Say obekọ ho na wodi wasema kodan court na court wa kire say wodi for na say wodi bim say institution ba ko no etra na honden eso wanye ne saa na say wodi e wo say wona wo hodin chain Samson ana say wodi e wona wo ano chain ohini chiame enti wodi e wo be ba radio so abetwa dapa ediatem akansem akese a aye oye kire se umma institution bi enye na djuma and they're not a future na ye dia mayen say let us grow strong institutions no na yendisu anase na yenti asempo ena ebiom if institution ba ko bi wo ho a e wo say nyina yetumi bo ho ban na ya ensure say ni independence e guaranteed ya ebia wo ye court to sinchen a ebia electoral commission anampo ebia wo ye electoral commission sinchen na court electoral commission ni independence ehu hia papa na media mi bo commissioners na womu ewo electoral commission ni say even in the face of the most minim se na meka no atemdidie adapetwa edinseye ntwatoso ene nasifo nyina no womo enya kokudura adwuma nyame ene yemrampon edi ma womo no womo ye me bo mo baso papa womo enkoso enye ne saa electoral commission eye commission bia ene kwanse wo se etumi ma obia akwanya se nipa no beji wo madwuma a intimidate wo mo a kire wo mo ne oso mo ye se yanhweye se yeyefu ye yenya menu apenyi ora chimatinja ko me kai na no pen na semba ko taika se yeyefu ye yenya na ye makwan se ye beja se ebinumu and detected to the electoral commission no mun determine se ye be ye register fufra na se yenya and ye yenhye ne so se enche ye beto aba no na ebinumu so betimi asori se abatuo no yen declare no ko one area oka wo se ye wodom anase ye wano ye be ye oye kire na se ye oye kire e wo tamale na ya ye oye kire e wo kumasi na ya ye oye kire e wo nkrai enu na ma electoral commission betimi sisa na adwen a se no ani se ye declare se asemesi ene wini abana na party bi anase nkrofo bi abodompim e wo kumasi na o ma abodompim watamali na o ma be abodompim won cry na ya sisa ne se enye asemesi na wini biomiti e ye obenti na wini se na aye that simple anasa na ye pena na yenja electoral commission no nye na adwuma me see se obi e wo asem bi kan the proper platform for these discussions no sebio enye fefredom e wo abontin say ye kwakoye oye kire anase ubeba radio station betietie mu ye wo interparty advisory committee a enu kwa yesam bie kwan ma wo say braneka wasem na electoral commission no ebetie nemumu wo mu na tuminu e wo mu sem said omo be take decisions and who share the attitude of this current electoral commission me nipa enya media nemumu nipa ya dia osayeye commissioners yi ba ye pe mu media fo hwe nkitahudie ni se kwan a commission fo yi e fa so ebue wo mu abo gate edi mamu mu fa tutu na anu de yihu ye kwakoye ye friend saying logo any emblem buy you know, oh we like it, we like it, we love it, it's good, we like it, we love it, it's good. Why na can be? Because you recognizing say even though adiano yeni mu enya adwene kra na ye di tumi na mamu enti no say obi feel say bibi ni kra ebia nipa do be court na why na ye bisa no ye bisa obi a na ye but electoral commission ya what ya kunya so say apart from developing relationships with the media no yenti krom ha e no mo se omu year consultations wo mu koya leaders of political parties including former president John Dramani Mahama wo mu ni electoral commission kwa ekosi nkonwa mi ntenhu bi ebi ntense check the number of IPAC meetings here electoral commissioners yo omu ti akonya so se here wo ma organizing to the extent say do baby dia omu si oh ye kwako di register biometric register hun komonte no party bia mumfa mu IT impanyifo omo kwadre omo ma bin e wo IT sense mumfa bra na yedi again a step forward involvement consultation engagement and na electoral commission no eye Yet nanu ya omusan edi to just say omusan advisory committee of some eminent individuals say edu baby a omuso ni omu betumi enya nkitahudie. And I do not find the attitude of the electoral commission say womu ye tintin me hunu sa na obi a oye consultation wotuba onan so eba o leader wo flag bearer ho na omudi nkomo na committee ho na ye advisory na free ipac na sense mu fra IT experts mbra we ye tintin. I don't think so. Me hunu sa. And to me feel say there's opportunity say yebe to me say impo bibi na yenti asia yebe to me ni electoral commission for a day enkomo but me ni end this for no ye no me enye me nwanwa pi because a day after ye pawo commissioners ya mrakwanso ye pawo mo nanu ya na end this for a chance ama edu baby kra the national chairman of the NDC nani ewo efidie so say na o ka kire NDC for communicators
sa sem ho no twe ho no konkon ho kakra because ho no dey court ntinko ho bebri why
ewo hifa
ho court ntia no no akunya asem pacho nko ho bebri
o dey be say enye nani but obi ati nani I say nyina to be say nani but the allegation no okay o akamate me nu apenye no but Ghana for the omunim ni America enti no efri ho se enhihye egu akwemu se electoral commission eni mpenyifo no yebe gu omo fin enti mi da bia me ka no na yo adena kwako ye se ye odie bi na NDC for gina so omo ka ne omo ka ubisa wo mu edie important na mo se ema mu ma electoral commission akwanya se wonyenya djuma ubesi se baku omu a oye lecture o legon no ni kasa ya se MPP for kasa na Reggie Mensa ye party bi obi ye ni party na onu so ko obi na ensemu a emfa kwan mu ye de bia ye obi nso ora Charlotte say ye de bia ye no enti ye se be ye hu enyina so papa bia ye emotive outburst ya a mark of bitterness na womu ejina so titru media newspapers ya me kan no anu kire say electoral commission for asset date say 18th April womu be share ejumedie registration no ase efuto no na menua penyi okoboy edima NDC for say omu engineering preparations no ho emom enna beboa womu because ejabo ejanya bedu ewie abato edinchre no se nyame amba nkwande a electoral commission hihye ne se 18th April yebekwa ko trading nanu ya na MPP for let my vote count almost yensisem electoral commission said there be means sisem yenyina yaji atomu yekode adwuma no fefefe enye no creda say eye MPP for ene pese yenye register there be da yen be bia yegina ne say ye support institutions of state say omunye adwuma yen ka say electoral commission for nye na ye sha omuso omunko entisa om register aden enye register dada nana ye di to aba nanu ya ye biti orajo mahama entinu enunu de emfa hu kura but explanations ni clarifications ya electoral commission so edi aba no ato asomu so papa yesi efidie no ho agugu sisi aye kasa yi yesi manual verification no number no konanim ye kwakoto aba bebre ho omudi omu fingernails esi machine no so a emfa enti nanu ya yekoto district assembly ade yi ni paketu e bi netu yo and do half of the near omo aye voter roll no so kra no and do half in ekoto aba o voter turnout was very low enu krampo no getting to 40,000 and na omudi omunsansi machine so amfa yesu kroyi mu yenim se ye kwakoto aba ewo 2012 ye to no 3 times krama the difference no around 40,000 and they declare obi self president the Ghanaian election can get that close. Now say getting close to say, now say manual verification and na yebe faso edi ato abadia and ya ebia na obi anko enti no ho ase enti pam no twando yen emfa efidie fufro embra say fidie no enu no wodi wonsanse so na amfa na yedi weni so aye adwuma no eye friend no facial recognition we endi se for say omotiko apai yesre womu omuntiasie emfa mayen media minim se omunim se nkuko de 2020 omu ye de omu bedi nkuko omu pese omu prepare excuse because 2024 no adara kwa yese Mr. Mahama onunu 2024 no ohwe na olusu 2020 a se wonya excuse papa bia nka amanfo be ka se yensisa no enti onu na ohyesia opia NDC for etiko say mun cancel register no so that ye lusu abana na ye dia share register no say oh omo use new register no enu nte enema me lusu nti no register no say sisia na ye dada kakra nti mun san fama me biom na 2024 no na was say we need NDC for primaries no but that alone say no matter how good a strategy it may be for Mr. Mahama and the NDC as a party no enunu cannot be adia Ghana for yebegine so na adwuma pa electoral commission wo se omo ye no na ya twen sign na ya block the electoral commission say ye ma kwan se omo be ye omo adwuma ti me maye krado me twen 18th April na makotwere me din obi biara oye krado se obeto aba 2020 no ye besere se uso siesie hu na ye krado na ekotwere wo din na omo a wo mo mpese omo beto aba na se omo a mo pese omo use register dada ne de omo the choice is there to make me da se nana ya
Martin so me da se the choice is theirs to make. Pius Enam Hajide enono this one says a few days ago the NDC was soliciting for funds for their campaign 2020. Instead of using the resource wisely, here they are funding this useless demonstration with limited impact on their grievances. If the NDC has the financial muscle to fund a demonstration throughout the country, then what was the essence of the Yibima campaign? Indeed, the alternative is scary and empty. Form of on a new register is now done too. Ewo poku ase done too. And we say, Ebre and no pay. Okay, Prophet Kwesi Ajmai Prempe. SNA you are Jane and Cancer or Fidelity Bank Hacho branches say happy birthday Emfa Emma Samuel Brian Boabing Awoshi too long and once again to you Prophet Ajmai Prempe of Springs of Joy Ministries Nana Jomo Sapon and family wishing you well, and to you Marley Eliora Adinoki Nate Tokoli. Ish. Happy birthday, boy. Mamin chum kana men kom baby. Who the mamin chum na men kom baby amekono. Asembe granny. Cardinal, we in MPP accept the CPI and will work hard to reduce corruption. We have done far better than JM because your president, our president, and my president, Nanado, is incorruptible. For more to do more. I know your protozoa and or the ebaye. Now this one from Sir Obama, he says, I would rather not comment on the GI report till I have finished studying the entire report. As I have said before, it is important for every Tom, Dick, and Harry to have at the back of her mind that the advisory board of the EC is not a creature of law. Therefore, its decisions cannot be binding on the commission. The fundamental question our friends in the NDC should be interested in are: 1, why should our biometric data be controlled by external vendors? 2, why should the EC be denied the right to have access to the administrative password of our biometric data? And 3, by which means should the EC register people in the 6th newly created region? Sir Obama and Odienu Free Pukwasi Ede Ebaye. Okay, Cardinal, the EC should do its work diligently because if anything unexpected happens on election day, no party, no CSOs, no candidate will be blamed. Our president is undisputedly incorruptible no amount of mudsliding will change that in the eyes of the Ghanaians. The NDC should ban this. Samuel Brian Boabeng in our she. Doctor.
Asemu nana. Onim democracy we are ye. Ye nyina agya tum se eye chendie. Odi sebio obema nipa baako ne ne busua de abafo fe no dictatorship. Obema omo ahwe yesu for the next 200 years. Chese ya hu antu se busua no mo a. Odi ontimi nche wa adwen. Ye agya tum se eye chen no. Democracy ya ye agya tum se eye chendie ye bema asoja for because obi enim se na ye botu no sebio no and obey in charge of your country. Now, nipa bi a wasu and philosopher bi no can say democracy there anka enye but compared to the akani nyina no the best. This wa odi ye juma sebio skatimikom probably can say it can be expensive. But odi tutu the alternative say obi catch us say that 4 p.m. if you have 4 osikoda I want to be say anka sebio who discuss crash democracy mo abet na boa na remember straight to the point 2015 MPP can say register no ya hwema won say how won na yen new one no anamo na etu ye na ye call demonstration ampa ye bu ye prying and ye suban different and also by the way Ghana for any kire say sebio democracy na fe de ye juma kama. And then almost show almost demonstration crowd be an kaiwa over free say be almost call procession funeral procession di na last obi can almost say they were peaceful. Who told you say who demonstrate and who yeah o ma demonstration here peaceful na na ye di nsu a eshi ato so a say who join out of my chaos na ba no na I'm not saying any sir but point ni say the conduct of the police any sebi government orientation so can be kama nana MPP demonstration pass apart from demonstration lectures clear evidence one nama nana go see say eno dey mean say we are any program so na dey go see any say if you say matiemu ma evidence na so tumi area ma me no me sha register no me decision say it will stay the same nana then you moving from agitation mode to preparation mode because 2 million in there. And if there's an issue of discretion just say it's in a better junior, you can only push to some limits, pious. But there are some issues are any discretion pay. Is it to me go beyond the legal boundary and ultimately challenging our court and our MPP. Not officially the party, but MPP lawyer to my Tisa Fenyomaki. Wa court Supreme Court da. Ama ya catch he says Sawechina ko ye onema ye. You are halting a whole electoral process in this country because a citizen went to court and challenged the electoral commission. Point at me and say electoral commission munyanyami. Ujidi say it's not a matter of discretion, but it's a matter of law. Now across the boundary, get them to come to order. You can use the court. But say na 2015 no, now your lawyers no ma say where there a discretionary issue. Enti wa pia no see waka now so onya. And one say what prepare na say futuo no me gidi say ye nnuano mu no so de omugitum say discretionary enti no mo yere nyom nko court no na ebi edru no 18th April me nnuamo e wole jokuku nyina maka chom say o tu kwan ahwe calendar na ya adjustment preparation na start enti omusu ye be advice won no mo mfo mo nkrofo no enkasa demonstration is okay ukoye talk e kire ni enti a omugitum is okay. But just as in 2015, the EC a decision in United Jumano, Sana 2020, the decision where ebe Juma. Na me Magana, Ghanaian assurance, say be Ghana pen yewo. Me yes spokesperson for the Electoral Commission. Na me be conclude, I'll let you know why me can say. The minimum say EC using the discretion. I can only make my comments, go on demonstration, give a talk. Make a statement, but so jitum so ye dia onu no what they say now the easy the data ba enti every say free and crowd sami jefi na him pini sa kasa de ma hu bi da nana me kai me senior brother sami oku wa ka on pini da just be friend kakra say bra ora o ɔsɛ abotire ni nyinaa ɛpaatɔ na ɛkɔ enim yɛsua deɛ ana yɛ saa bebree ɔmo comments ɔmo yɛ ɛkɔ pie wɔ serious forum ɔbɛpaatɔ nobody is stronger than the state. Pious. If the constitutionally mandated entity is electoral commission, so a registration 18th of April next start here. So one quite say what to one person to about my way. Enti kasa ni de emotions enti Ghana for me papucho enye say ye person yenye girigiri but the woman say electoral commission okache say the odbe ye adwuma nie 2015 MPP eji tu mu na nye yede nansi yede ye adwuma sana this year the same electoral commission is say yeah new register na nana member advice na me ma no ebia na Akufo Addo na kan ya ebia ndisi beka so mo mfa nye adwuma ba me be ready ya senior brother President John Dramani Mahama kasa bi o kan ye time e bi mu kasa omo mpe the current register na ye foforo JM me reading the speeches kakra e dey atu ndisi fofo ebia onu de na omefa because onu na odi omonim 6th of July 2016 Joy FM. Let us give the EC the peace of mind to do its work. They have done it before, and indeed our electoral commission is one of the best commissions in the whole world, and we have confidence in them to be able to conduct an election. And so let's leave them peacefully to conduct the election. John Mahama, then president, now candidate for the National Democratic Congress. Medemwa mu papa ene mu leader to mu funi kasa nie say ECD yenja won no mu yemodwuma. So far there has been no justifiable reason from any political or civil society organizations except the MPP. And what needs to be done is for the parties and others to support the electoral commission and its new boss to complete the reform process that has been agreed upon by all stakeholders. The national organizer of the National Democratic Congress, Mr. Kofi Adams, where Kofi Adams there can enusu 31st of July 2015, pulse.com Ghana. Enti where a footwa air from Mupenyi for enti sa footwa na edi ye juma where the JM. If you notice, in the run-up to the election, there has been a consistent criticism of the Electoral Commission, John Dramani Mahama. Indeed, they have said the most unspeakable things about the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, and that is all preparing the minds of their supporters for when they lose. So when they lose, they can blame the Electoral Commission as not being neutral. Some of them have gone to the extent of saying the Electoral Commission is preparing to rig the elections for John Mahama. What absurd nonsense. What absurd nonsense. Ghana's electoral system is one of the best in the world. Not my words. Not in Africa. In the world, because it has inherent instruments for guaranteeing its integrity. John Dramani Mahama, November 18, 2016. Go to Ghana web and type it. Now, Papa, where all the NDC no? You see, Kasapa and Enwu, your words will always live after you. Say a foot on me, because I know what's na. And now because Sebio IAG Mensa, Sebio Aba Edi Bobano, and one Edi Botechi. Now, open Cremua, no, okay, you know, no, I can yakwete. Nana, medi jam futu amawon because me kokana na ebi omaka so mumpe. Na me wienu Sebio because that me pese me elder wa sorry mu enti medi we futu su mo mu spiritual wa kakra na ohwe 1 Samuel 16:6 ah. Ye catch Samuel say onko to David onko anointing no. Onko ye no ohun Eliab no. Papa no suware. Enti ohun no pe and okay say when I Nyankopon nipa where you know finally no me the nipa na share na Nyankopon can say hey na who sha bonti ana me na me see me share inside enya way hwehwe nipa foforo and obi so mo say obi a ni fie ana nana finally yedi David buy and you see hwa na mo abo no na so looking handsome and okay catch and say nipa ni the point I want to make is that nana power to me Efri nyame ho odi fani pasu enye register nema to me in 2015 time aye koba no na ye microphone no brief say yan sisa register na to me buy ensem but we have learned yes fear say to me free nyankopon enu nche say register ni nya ye nya ohwe enti metu NDC fofo me po mu cho Ghana pen na ye wo na se omube se JMS the president ebefa se bi onipa so nyankopɔ be de ba afa Ghana for so na media kakra me hu owiase ni se oye adwuma di nyankopɔ boa o because Nana Akufo-Addo nim I said it last week say enye register and ebeye ema wa transfer as president nti oye adwuma di ama ni first year cry or see or rolling out program about me thousands of Ghanaians only program and then 1.2 million students are benefiting. Akufo-Addo nim say Uma Kania echo off now peace omo use generator one sha nana be di wa na so do them or bompire no wa can be etiao. The point is that when you put your house in order, God has a way of blessing your works. Now, Akufo-Addo aye sebi Jimensa and our bossman and Emma to me about the same. The power is with the people. And Ghana for no measure record. Oba lejo kukua. Omu say doctor. Odi nanti now usuba ni anyway Jumati say that is what will guarantee power. Oko boy, whether there's an old register or there's a new register, it is the record and the relationship, the respect. There are 3 R's. Nana, and Akufo-Addo is working with them. It's your record. Ejuma ben na wa ye. Na who said Dr. Baumyaka record pen na ebi mbuefu. Apprentice where discredit. Who told you? How was the power situation before Nana came? Not doom so 90 say. How is it now? And when you come on the and your index next year. Wow, who fear who suffer na say hit rush is na kono. Who say akọ eni? Nana, awareness, ubayeness, out 4 years. I ne clearance about oye jumano. And fear nobody is saying say Ghana, yes, say Germany, another US. But where a buyer, what to anamon kama, what konenim, I was say, yem piano and buano. Na media mi wo GDS say register for bow and bow. E jumano be kasa. Na sesi ayama mi date ni nana. Matra ejuma be kasa ama say me ye preparation enti mepa Ghana for nyina acho unim say after April 8 we akwanto obi a starting afa share calendar so as a citizen no bomodina me akoboy me kwa salary register. Now the good thing is that we are registering at the polling station nana where good information polling station out to about hono but e ho na wo ko na kai hardly say polling station more than 100. Just for the whole close to 3 weeks, you know, 400 pen register with the machines at each police station average across the country. And it's AQ now, focus on junior man. And see, and in a commission can say within 2-3 weeks they will be done with the thing. Sebi you Paibon editor which meaning say they have the capacity. MPP, Dr. Koboy, yeah, Papa Akufo-Addo, yeah, you know, prepare. Your boy was in this say Uncle Salaya. Yeah, you know, Uncle Salaya. Why won't tell me so? Bomodi. Na fa eshemu na NDC de omunjo omunyama yi suban we odi me opposition ye say na me bo me bra omumbo modi na omumbra program na ye nti omoni ye pese omuso nkasa na agro no enye kama.
Martin, Dr. Koboy Medase, Sammy Jemfi has finally responded to our call and he says anope unya emergency bi na baby emergency need ko pie no na ne phone kra amen no. And he couldn't do alternatives via arrangements via so enti ene de opane party for chew opa Kokrokoo team no so chew emfanche no it should not be explained to me say a boycott na onya emergency bia no pay emergency onya ye no ene de no copy meba opeja so Mike near life with obeka be ebeti this one says happy birthday to Inspector No Lie and a belated one to Honorable Frida Prempe. A happy one to you, Honorable Michael Sako Diabafo MCE Kentampo North from Kwabena Boy Siako or Kwabena name. Wishing you well on your birthday and a happy 12th birthday to Aaron Ani Aite Ayi Aji of Brainy Brain School of West Legon from your mom, Mama Odei Ecobank East Airport branch. What was I saying?
O Debbie na nkameka se
ene Debbie menka nkade amenka.
Eyemi nwanwa kakra se Peace FM fidie kese se a obia Ghanafo enyina dodo na aha na yetie na se platform akese se na NDC as a political party etumi bu yenyina enimitia se dia na eya kakra mesre edien emergency pan betumi aba nipa betumi anya ho asend text say oh menya emergency na mumu say free a be free before the program na yama etiefo atiase se o bibia se kwan enti yentumi mba eno de
ose
wo fa me wie na wa be mu me wie
tobo da me
kwama
na wa be mu
udeti ose emergency was such that na SSA ufrifie and he did it hurriedly into permanent me amfani phone and all along and the phone kan ho ba bi okoy
eye ni ewu ye si yesu giant nsu e
ni nyina no
ewu ye na se besu
ni nyina o se okobo ti o she tuntum o se mi so o se dress am address eni se ebi ahwe ye ni hwe ye ntina ya betena ha
emergency be na eche funeral o my way
obu a ye wo ma etiefo enne be ma ye wo bibi kra ye be hihye ye nneoma ye na ya ba se ye ntumi mba mpo a nka ye beto nkra e dia ma obi fufuro se NDC ko kakraka yi entinu chese obi ani ho se nipa ba ko pe enne wo ho sesi a wo ya gimanti no no ni ho a chese obi ani ho bi mu a obetumi abesi anan we nyina eye suban a mi pese Ghana fo nhye ne so ade no kura no yesi tumi na ye nyina pri tumi ni nkura mpo nya bae ena akukutakuyi na agimansuman na ade na koye arrogance yi say die ende se nka tumi ne ba ende anka mu be move studio no akọ ebinumu office ansa mu betumi anya wo meni we fidie so enti ye besre na ediba ewiye die na nka nia ye beka ne se registration no se na ye kan ye no baso ye nyina ye nhye ne so na ye nkọ na enko register na ebinumu kasikasem yesi ekwanchen ade yefe ye disika eneyo na obisu kase entinu yense yadaje nenko enko 2 santini nensantwe ye din biomu ana menua se ubetu santini beye 15 minutes mpo guarantee ne se ukọ hokra 2 santini bia because adenu over a number of days entinu 2 santini bia but se ubetu santini beye 15 minutes na ubetwe wudi enu ne bebua se power no begina so enu nti wo se 2 santini ntino na dum so ensambre biomu dia anase ubetu santini wo mpese ubetu santini ntino na allowances ya yede masku nkola ye besanji anase sa free SHS ye betwemu na health insurance ye sangunu nam se wo mpese ubetu santini dia nka mesre se we udi tutu ho anka wo 2 santini be 15 minutes anka bebua
mate anka bebua pa osusu uyedin a anka bebua yi nyina Abusam de Mosi Dr. Bernardo Koboy Pius Enam Hajide Madam Asiano Pay Senam di kaka no na SSS Sami Jemfi a oton krama ndisi amanyuku no ebeka ye ho ba Sami atu ye nkra o se emergency bia onyana no pay senia na esitie no ofrifia went me amfa ne phone baby okoko PS no en ho hwia enye yie enti no went me ama no or the chaupa man the party NDC and etie for do etie Kokrokoo nyina enye ne boapayo e ko Vincent asefua anope mo wache fritafo na ochi so ha ne de musie production team Dr. Father Dixon Kennedy Asante Osei Kojo Asante 7/4 Isaac Odro Peter Square Victoria Kwia Krantena Sare.
That is why we be drinking all the beer.
Nana ya konedu Mami Biama Kwafo Odi Ahenkan Kwame Yeboa Akosi Agwabo Aje Ajowa Yeboa Aje Yenyina ne kambo mu na otwe de Kokrokoo dwade ebre wo Efrem Nana ya Okese Ubetimi Efrem the Cardinal Metremu ma Chairman General Kwame Sefakan Kofi Kumbese ne mo betra kopim se premo beto Kase bono beba Also jabetra se
We be drinking all the beer.
Enkai bono beba Empom te se beba Mickey the triple darling betra se no sia ka se bono beba na etoatoa so na me admo adwa da ebesia ba beto asom no so da munyina asese na otwe so munya adaje etie yen Erade asom dwen ka munyina ebio ya frame na na ya kese obetia frame the cardinal makramo